Yeah, I know Alpha's got a 5 game lead. I know it. I don't know what to do about it. He just keeps getting them right. But look at the points. I'm still leading by points. Like he's not gonna catch me. Like there's no way he catches me. It's only I know it's only 40 points, but there's no way he catches me.
It's a Pickem League, it's the MTP Pickem League. We like football, we like big TDs, we like defense, we like MVPs at the MTP Pickem League.
Alrighty, we're in week 16. Alpha Tyler has 151 wins, 2 losses, and I am at 146. But somehow I have enough points to still maintain my lead. Fireman is in between us with more wins than me, but less wins than Tyler, and also has more points. So I don't 100% know how it's all working out, but I'm just happy to be in first. But we do need to get some more of these right. So yeah, we're gonna just keep going. I'm picking an upset right away. Chiefs lose to the Titans. I feel like they're pretty much packing it in for the year, and Titans need a big win. They need to gain some confidence in Cam Ward. So I think the Titans can put it together here at the end of the season as the Chiefs kind of just ride off into the sunset now that their playoff hopes are, crushed for this year after being in the playoffs for so many back-to-back seasons. Next, we got the Panthers and Buccaneers. Again, coin toss here. I've constantly said throughout this year I've liked the Panthers more than a lot of other people have. I think the Panthers get it done. I need Ted McMillan to get it done for me in fantasy, so I'm kind of just pushing all my chips in the corner. But again, I really don't care. I also have Ibuka in fantasy as well, so I need both of them to get it done. Hopefully, there's a lot of points being scored in this Bucks and Panthers game, and I'd rather see the Panthers in the playoffs than the Buccaneers, so that's why I'm going with that one. Next, we have my Packers beating the Bears. I'm not as confident in this as I really want to say I am, but you still got to rock with your team. So the Packers over the Bears. The Packers are coming in and they are a little bit banged up. Micah Parsons being out on defense is a horrible thing, but we won games last year without Micah Parsons. And we have a lot of injuries on both sides of the ball, but I think we can still get it done against the Bears when we need to get it done. The Bears are just playing with house money. That's a dangerous situation to be in, to be a team going against. If they win this, they win the North, they lock it up. But if we can play spoiler here, get the win, that puts the Bears in a very, very tough spot, and potentially they have a lot of if they lose to us, they have a lot of potential to miss the playoffs, even though they would be a 10-5 team. That is insane to me, but I was just going through it. They have the 49ers and they have the Lions left. And the Lions' only hope is for the Packers to win, so that way they can then win their game, knocking the Bears out of playoff contention, and Lions would then get in as that 7th seed potentially. Next, we got the Rams and Seahawks. Very similar to the Bucks and Panthers, two very good teams here. Obviously, another caliber above the Panthers and Buccaneers, but so some really good teams here. Both have been playing well. Seahawks have had a weaker schedule, in my opinion, and that's really what this is based off of, is just the level of opponents that the two teams have played, and the Rams have gotten it done when they needed to against tougher schedule. So I'm going with the Rams here, but again, not as confident as I would like to be. Next, we have the Steelers and the Lions. I think the Steelers are in a more desperate situation. I think the Lions might be looking ahead at their game against the Bears, but they do need to win. The Lions do need to win. Both teams are desperate. I just kind of like the coaching in the Steelers a little bit more in this game. I don't really. It's not about the players. I think the Lions have better overall players. I think they have a better team. I think you play this game 10 times, the Lions probably win 7 of those games. I just think the Steelers, Aaron Rodgers, potentially last season. You also have Tomlin, who has always made the playoffs in to know the situation that they are in, the way that they're professionals. I just think the Steelers are going to surprise them and get them, because the Steelers are a good team here, and it's not just going to be a pushover like the Lions would like it to be. Next, we got the Bengals and the Dolphins. Tua got benched. Quinn Ewers was horrible in college, in my opinion. I don't think that he is an NFL quarterback. So I do not see the Dolphins improving from their Tua days, and they just got pounded with Tua as their quarterback. The Bengals, although they might not have a chance to make it into the playoffs, I still think they have enough firepower, especially at the wide receiver position, to put up as many points as they need to, regardless of how bad their defense is. Next, we got the Broncos and Jaguars. This one I just went with the hot hand. The Broncos have been good. They just beat a really good Packers team, with Micah Parsons for most of the game. The Jaguars have been good for a lot of the season, and they have a winning record. But I just think there's different levels to this, and the Broncos are on another level. Next, we got the Falcons and Cardinals. I went with the Falcons. This one, I'm not too confident in either way, because the Falcons have looked good and they have looked bad all in the same game throughout the whole season. We've seen flashes, but I do think they're more of a stable, presence in the NFL with Kirk Cousins at the helm than Penix. And the Cardinals just have not looked good all season. So I'm just going to go with what my eyes say. My eyes say the Falcons are a better team. The records say the Falcons are a better team. So I'm going to go with the Falcons. Next, we got the 49ers and the Colts. The 49ers are like an anomaly. Like, they feel like they should not be a 10-4 team. And the Colts feel like they should be a 10-4 team if it wasn't for injuries. But you got to take into account the way that the 49ers have been winning. They've been banged up. They've been dealing with a lot of adversity all year, and they're finally starting to get a little bit healthy. As long as they can continue to work down this healthy path, I don't see the 49ers losing to a team like the Colts. They just got a really good coach, and sets them up for success on a week in and week out basis. Next, we got the Saints and the Jets. The Jets, again, just haven't looked good. The Saints haven't looked good either. This is a little higher than I would have expected, but I do feel like the Saints, with Tyler Shuck, they have been at least more competitive. And in this garbage game, I'm going to go with the Saints to get it done. Their defense has looked good in spurts, and their offense has been able to put up points. Can't say the same for the Jets on either side of the ball, in my opinion. Next, we got the Chargers Cowboys. I think that the Chargers are just a better team here. It's not a lot. You don't have to, it's not rocket science. You just got to go with who you believe is better. Chargers are who I'm picking here. Next, we got the Vikings and the Giants. I think the Vikings have looked a lot better the last couple of weeks. And they are, kind of peaking at the right time. If their schedule or if their record was a little bit better, you could be talking about them potentially making a push for the playoffs, but their record's just not good enough for them to get in. They believe they're already eliminated, but they keep putting winning ways together. And I said this a couple weeks back. I said, you not necessarily care if you'd miss the playoffs. You really just want to see J.J. McCarthy take a step forward. And I do think that you have seen it, even though the Viking fans have been kind of down on 9 or J.J. McCarthy, whatever you want to call him. I do think that you have seen some progress, and that's all you really want. Beating a team like the Jets, I think that's what you're aiming to do this week as well. Next, we got the Patriots over the Ravens. Patriots have been rolling. I don't think they're going to be able to. I don't think we're going to see the same thing that we saw against the Bills. The Ravens are just not that good of a team, in my honest opinion. We're not seeing Lamar Jackson really have the ability to dominate a game. Like in years past, we've seen like highlight type plays, Superman type efforts where Lamar Jackson has just been able to overcome defenses that have been really tough. We're not seeing that this year. Not that he's been bad per se, but he's just not that Superman level that he has been in the past. I think the Patriots have a better overall team in that situation. Next, we got the Eagles and the Commanders. This one is harder for me to pick, but it's probably the right pick, and I should have a lot of confidence in it. Is the Commanders, they're benching or they're sitting Jaden Daniels for the rest of the year. They should not win against the Eagles. But one thing about, conference games is these type of teams play hard against their rivals, and the Commanders and Eagles definitely see themselves as rivals. Maybe not the Eagles as much as the Commanders, but the Commanders definitely are not going to go into this game thinking that they're going to lose. They're going into to play spoilers and disrupt this Eagles offense going into the playoffs. They have nothing to lose and everything to gain by winning this game. I really want to pick the Commanders here, but I'm gonna go with the Eagles, knowing what is on what I'm facing behind me and how close this is. I gotta stop making such crazy predictions. Next, we got the Texans over the Raiders. Texans defense has looked great. Raiders have looked awful all year. Really haven't been impressed with the Raiders at all. I do think you potentially need some coaching changes there. I don't know if Pete Carroll is that guy. Next, we got the Bills and the Browns. Bills, Browns. You don't really need to see anything else other than Bills and Browns. I think you're going to see the Bills get get another win. I wouldn't say it's a big win. The Browns are not impressive. If the Browns had pulled it off against the Bears, I would maybe be able to consider this a potentially closer game, but they got blown out by the Bears, and I don't think the Bears are on the same caliber as the Bills. And that's no offense against the Bears. That's really just a testament to how good the Bills have been this year. So that is my picks. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and until the next one, love you guys so much. Peace.